Guardians hosting the Royals, and the Royals are plus 175 on the money line. The Guardians are minus 210. The over-under is 9 runs. The Royals, getting a run and a half on the run line, are minus 120, meaning if you bet them that way, and they win this game outright, you win. They lose by 1, you win. And the Guardians, laying a run and a half on the run line, are plus 100, meaning if you bet them that way, they have to win by 2. Lyles did pitch against the Guardians. It was last year, and it was as a member of the Orioles, and surprisingly enough, they actually won that game. 6 2/3, no runs, no earned. They won that game 4-0. That was in Cleveland. He struck out 2. The Royals are 1-9 in his last 10 appearances. He's averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched and 3.7 strikeouts per game in those games. The last start that he had was his first win of the season. So that stat line right there is fairly accurate. And every year I say you find a pitcher that when you see he's struggling and every time he's on the mound, that's the guy that you bet against. Lyles seems to be this year's Patrick Corbin. Now, Bibby did not pitch against the Royals last year or this year. The Guardians have won his last 3 starts. They are 5-5 as a team in his last 10 appearances. He's averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched and 5.4 strikeouts per game in those games. Head-to-head, the home team is 6-4. Cleveland is 6-4. The favorite is 6-4 on the money line. The favorite or the underdog getting or laying runs is 5-5. There have been 3 one-run games in their last 10 meetings. The over is 7-3 in their last 10. However, the under 9 is 6-3-1. Now, I say this feels like a trap game, and I don't know why. It's just because Lyles is on the mound, and I really don't trust him. The last game that they played against each other, the Royals won 4-3. The game before that, Cleveland won 14-1. The game before that, Cleveland won 2-1. Those games were this year. All of those games were in Kansas City. Now, the Royals are 1-3 in their last 4. They are 3-7 in their last 10, and the over is 6-4 in their last 10. And they're traveling from Minnesota to Cleveland, so not a very far flight. There was a total of 10 runs, 12 runs, 12 runs, and 5 runs in their last 4 games. They scored 9 runs in a win, 4 runs in a loss, 3 runs in a loss, and shutout in a loss. Obviously, they're on a 3-game losing streak. For Cleveland, they're 5-5 in their last 10. The over-under is 5-5 in their last 10. They had a much tougher opponent in the Braves. They were home, so they're not going anywhere. There was a total of 14 runs, 6 runs, 11 runs, and 9 runs in their last 4 games. They scored 8 runs in a win, 2 runs in a loss, 6 runs in a win, and 1 run in a loss. Now, I'm not going against my logic because my logic is find a pitcher who's been sucking and just hammer against him when he pitches. So I'm going to take the Guardians with the money line. I'm going to take the Guardians laying the runs, and I would go over in this game. I do have this strange feeling that this is a trap game, but we'll see if Lyles will actually pitch to major league expectations. Let's just put it that way. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.